Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, however you want to live your life. It is Coach Baird coming to you live from the Baird Cave. You're listening to the Baird Necessities. This is episode number 19. Yeah, 19 in the books. Next thing you know, it's going to be 20, then maybe 30, then 160, hopefully. You keep listening, I'll keep making them. You're listening to the Baird Necessities. Thanks to Coach Alex Yost for joining me last week in the Baird Cave, a man of many talents. Thank you for all who've listened to my past episodes. If you haven't yet, you can catch up on your own time. You can find me on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. I have my own YouTube channel. That's right. You can check out the Baird Necessities on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheBairdNEC or send me some email at thebairdnec@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Hey, congratulations to Tommy Henry and the University of Michigan baseball team. What a run. Thanks for everyone who helped me promote that podcast. His podcast was great. He's slowly gaining some headway. Dawson and Avery still have the top spot, but Tommy's getting close. A special thanks to my fellow podcaster, his Twitter handle @It'sAuntWright, for helping me spread the word. And Tommy, you can check out his podcast on iTunes. Follow him on Twitter. This week's guest is kind of one that fell into my lap. I was talking with the Baird Necessities alum, Kristen Haney, and we were talking, and I asked her if she had anyone that might be great for this podcast. Her response was, "Can you do two at one time?" I think I could pull it off, but I prefer to do, both separate, so, they have their own time. Nothing against having two people at once. It's just let each of them have their own time to shine. So I reached out to both of them, and she was the first one to say yes. They're teammates, so hopefully the competitiveness comes out, and I get her on as well. My next guest just finished her senior basketball season at Central Michigan University. Go Chips. She has a tremendous resume. She played high school at Reese High School and played AAU ball for the Michigan Sting out of Ann Arbor. Joining me in the Baird Cave this week, Renya Frost.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining me in the podcast here. You've come highly recommended by Kristen Haney. I believe you worked with her. What was it like working with her?
Oh, it was great. She was my coach for my first 2 years in school, so that was really cool. She's a really high basketball IQ, so just being able to learn from her and too. And she obviously she played in the WBA and stuff, and she played pro. So this past year she was really helping me out with she knows a lot of people, so helping me out, making sure my agent was a good guy, and then telling me about her experiences playing professionally. And she trained for a little bit, so I did a couple workouts with her and stuff too. So
that's cool. I want to thank her for setting this up. I asked her if there was anyone out there that would be a good fit for this, and she gave me two people. She's like, "Can you do two at a time?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could in theory." I said, "But I'd rather have you guys kind of separate so you had your own time to shine." So can you guess the other person she gave me?
Presley.
Yeah. Your teammate at Central. So I'm in contacts with her. So hopefully I can nail down a time where I can get her involved too. So you guys are super busy. I can only imagine.
Yeah. For sure.
Before we get started, I want to say we do have a little bit something in common. I've done a little digging into your profiles and your anything that came up. Renya Frost, I looked at. We both are big fans of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, really? Oh, I love Kareem.
Yeah.
My favorite player.
One of your favorite players? Okay. Reyna is the daughter of Joanne and Matt Frost. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have 4. My older brother is 24. My older sister is 22. My little brother is 16, and my little sister is 11.
Okay, so it's still kind of spread out a little bit. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember when you picked up a basketball?
The first time I started playing with the team was in 4th grade.
Okay. Was it kind of like a junior basketball league, or how did that go?
Yeah, it was one of those youth leagues. It wasn't in my town. It was in Saginaw, near where I'm from. So that's where I started playing. Okay, so Saginaw's probably your closest city? Yeah, probably are. Okay, so you grew up in Reese. What kind of community was that? A small village. There's 1,000 people. My high school has 300 some people in it. Graduating class was 75. It's pretty small, but big sports town. That's mostly how small communities are anyway. Farming town. Right. So in high school, you're a 3-time individual all-academic state honor, Class C all-state recognition, 3-time first-team all-advisor section. You've earned first-team associated all-state accolades
as a sophomore and a junior. You're named first team Free Press All-State Detroit News first team All-State first team Saginaw Dream Team during your junior year. 3-time Chris Morgowski Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, this keeps going on. You earned the first team all-conference honors as a sophomore and junior, and second team recognition as a freshman. 3-team all-team all-thumb honoree. Received all-thumb player of the year and all advisor player of the year honors in 2013 and 14. Led your team to back-to-back undefeated seasons as a freshman and a sophomore, and back-to-back district champions. It's a nice little resume. Obviously, it does show that you've played all 4 years. What was it like playing high school basketball?
That was a long time ago. But, yeah, I loved it in high school. My freshman year, I started on varsity, and, I mean, it was very frustrating for me at first because I was just, like, basically a kid playing with all the older kids. But, you know, it was a fun experience, and I had a coach who'd coached for a long time, so I got to learn a lot from him. But we had really good leaders on the team, and they really took me under the wing and helped me learn the plays and stuff. But it was cool that I got to, like, make a difference starting my freshman year and help contribute to like winning our conference every single year and those kind of things, and be able to start growing as a player. And that's when I started to realize that I could be a good player. So started working harder, tried to get better every year, which obviously led to Division I scholarships. So that was really special.
Did you have a hard time picking up the game, or did it come easy for you?
I mean, no one in my family has ever like really played college sports. So we're not like the most athletic family, but like for a small town, we were good. But like my dad didn't play basketball. My mom played for a little bit. So I had to learn a lot from like those YouTube videos. And I learned a lot in Saginaw from when I played when I was younger, and then just people around me. And then I got involved with an AAU team. So not necessarily, I mean, I knew if I worked hard, I could pick up the skill, like the footwork and stuff, but it was mostly the basketball IQ is what I needed to learn. And I learned that when I started getting involved with like more people and players who like have been playing for a long time that could teach me things. So that was the hard part.
Nice. Are you aware that you're in the MHSAA record book?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in there a couple of times. You're there for rebounds in a season with 327. You're in the top 15 for rebounds in a career with a 1,110. Couldn't get that one extra rebound to get 1,111.
I guess not. Dang.
Maybe you did. They just didn't count it. So.
Yeah, that probably happened.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But also, you're in there for block shots in a season with 128 and top 10 for career block shots with 387. That's, like I said, it's pretty impressive. With that said, do you think you're more of a defensive-minded person, or do you want to shoot the rock?
I mean, more important, I guess, if you're going to pick a side, that's the side I would pick. Coming into college, I didn't really, like, think to score a lot, but I knew, like, I could control if I get scored on. So I really tried to get better defensively and understand, I definitely, because I think defense is a lot of hard work, and I think that's something that you could easily do. So
what was it like playing in a smaller school?
You know, there's ups and downs, but I loved it. I wouldn't take away my experiences from it. Like, play with the kids because you know everybody, so you got to like play with the kids you grew up with. You know, the families that send their kids to camps, you really get to know them, and a lot of those people came to my games at Central and still supporting me through this whole going into professional now, and they actually extended throughout the thumb. I don't know, that's what we call where I'm from, is the thumb. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
But it extends out, and I met a lot of people in my conference who still support me, and I made a lot of good friends growing up, and just being able to be surrounded by people who support you is a really big thing when you want to be successful. So I think that's a really good part of it, what happened and how I got to where I am.
Now, did you guys play a lot of other small schools, or did you guys go against some of the bigger high schools out there?
Well, yeah, obviously the conference was small Class C schools, but non-conference, we played some good competition. We played Novell, which is in Saginaw, and they were really good. A couple schools in the thumb were still pretty good, like Sandusky, I remember was good for a while. And, you know, we went out and played down at a Detroit tournament, and I think we played like Carson City. So we definitely had good competition around us.
All right, where do you think you got your work ethic from?
My parents, both of them, I think, they came from where I'm from. They're from the same town, so I think they did a lot of hard work to get where they're at. Neither of them went to college, but both of them we're able to support 5 kids and able to give us the lives that we have. So they really put it through my mind that no matter what I can do it. And I think that they did a good job of teaching me how to get to those spots, how to set up goals for myself in the classroom and on the court. So I learned a lot from them, watching them do their work when they go to work and, raising the kids. And I don't know, I just wanted to make them proud for everything that they've done for me. So I think definitely my mom and dad are huge role models for me.
Nice. Now, you said you had a lot of good memories in high school. What are some of your fond memories?
I think the conference all 4 years was really special to me. I mean, I had 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Those moments were really special to me. One thing I really loved was, my little sister, who's always supported me, and I can tell she really looks up to me. So I would always walk out at halftime, and she'd just be on the court, like, waiting for me or something. And she'd just, like, want to give me a hug at halftime. And just being able to have her in the crowd and the rest of my family, that happened, like, every game. So that was really special to me. I don't know. I can't think of any really specific moments.
Okay. That was, that was special right there. Having family there to support you is always great.
Yeah, it is.
Do you remember your last high school basketball game?
I do.
What was that like?
So we played, we played in the regionals, I believe it was regional semifinals, playing USA. Never lost. I don't think, we might have lost to them once in my high school career, but I think we split the season with them, I think, losing. So they won one, we won one during the season, but that was the only loss I had to the school in my 4 years to that school. And during regional semifinals, we lost. I don't remember how much we lost by, but we had a young team my senior year. I remember that, and so there's a lot of struggles, a lot of players who needed development. So we all did our best, but we didn't win, obviously. So right. I wasn't too crazy upset at the time because I was going on to play college. But there were some players I was going to miss playing with and playing in front of my hometown and playing there. But I just thought I had better things to keep working towards, and just live in the present. So
right, that's a great mentality to have. Now, did you play any AAU ball?
I did. I played for 2 seasons.
What was that like?
That was really cool too. A lot of players I think play for. Some people start when they're really young. Some people get 4 years or so in. I think everybody on my AAU team had at least 4 years of AAU. But for me, there wasn't really any AAU team around me. There was one in Bay City, but it didn't work out getting on that team. So, my parents, they wanted me to get my scholarship. They knew that's what I wanted to do. So they really ventured out, tried to find someone, and I actually ended up getting connected with someone in Ypsilanti who actually knew the superintendent of Reese at the time. And, it just kind of worked out, and they told him about me, and I showed up to the tryouts, and he told me I was on the team. So played with Michigan Sting Elite for 2 years. It was great playing with them. I still talk to all those girls on the team. A lot of them got scholarships to play somewhere, and we had a really good team. I think my senior season we went 46-3 or something one summer. It was crazy. We played a lot of good competition and got a lot of exposure. So that was a big part of how I got my offer.
That was my next question. Do you think that helped with your recruiting process?
Yeah, 100%. Being in a small town, it's definitely hard to venture out because not a lot of big athletes come from the thumb. So obviously you're not going to look there if they don't really come out of there. So I did get an offer before I joined AAU from a Division II school, Northwood, but that's because we went to our team camp there. But once I started playing AAU, I was a junior, so it was already getting kind of late. But I got a bunch of offers piling in junior year. But my parents really, it was a new experience for them too. They wanted me to make sure I knew where I wanted to go. So they had me visit a ton of schools that wanted me. And eventually I picked Central. So
who all was in the picture?
I visited a lot of schools, but my top 3 ended up being Central, Western, and then Bucknell. Bucknell's in Pennsylvania. I really did like Bucknell. That was a beautiful campus. They had a great program and everything, but the only thing that was holding me back is it was 9 hours away, and I have two younger siblings, and I wanted to see them grow up and everything. I didn't want to leave them, so Central's only an hour away from my hometown, so that's where I chose.
Nice. I was going to say, well, why CMU, but it's obviously because it was a closer decision. Are you glad that you picked Central?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was actually thinking about this today. Funny story. Well, it's not a funny story, but my dream school was actually University of Michigan, and I remember the day that it hit me that I wasn't going to get an offer from there. It was too late. They already had their spots filled. So I remember being really upset about that. And then I was like, I just need to look at other schools. And then I started visiting schools, picked Central, and it was the best thing that could have happened for me. I knew this was the plan. This is what needed to happen, and I think it worked out pretty well. We had a really successful 4 years here during my senior class's run, and I made a lot of best friends I'm going to have for the rest of my life, and made a lot of memories and legacies, and I think our class left the name on the school, so it was really cool.
All right, so looking at your resume again, this is what this says for your freshman year. You were named to the MAC All-Freshman Team, Freshman of the Year runner-up. You recorded 20 rebounds in a single game, third most in all-time history. You pulled down a total of 308 rebounds this season, ninth most in a single season. You recorded double-digit rebounds in 15 games, tallied 5 double-doubles on the season, made 26 straight starts as a freshman, first in conference during MAC play in offensive rebounds. With 77, you're averaging 2.7 a game. You pulled third most rebounds in conference play with 185, averaging 10 per game. And you're one of 4 players in the MAC to average a double-double during conference play. Wow, that's pretty good for a freshman, almost winning freshman of the year. How was it adjusting to both the game and life?
School and basketball was a little different, but obviously, you hear bigger, faster, stronger. So basketball-wise, that was obviously the thing, but for me, again, it was my mentality, my mindset. I really struggled my underclassmen seasons to have a strong mindset, to be mentally tough. And that was I remember going into my sophomore year, you want to get physically stronger. A lot of people make their biggest jump freshman and going into your sophomore year because you already have a year under your belt. But I really wanted to focus on my mind. Obviously, I was doing workouts and stuff, but I wanted to get my mind right. I wanted to grow confidence in myself, and it was a struggle, and it took me a long time. I didn't perfect it, still haven't perfected it, but definitely if my coaches, I'm sure, could tell you, you could see the progress I made going in for my freshman, my senior year, the confidence I had in myself, being able to talk to my teammates of things that needed to happen. I understood the game a lot better, and I think that is the biggest adjustment I had to make coming from high school to college, because I wasn't the best player on the court going into my freshman year. And now I think that, looking back, that's something I really wish I could have prepared myself more earlier, but, something that happened. So that was a big thing. And then with school, both ways, it's all about hard work. It's the same game. It's the same, studies. You just got to put in the work, and good things are going to happen. So. Now,
what did you study at Central?
I graduated with a math major.
Okay.
Math degree.
I read somewhere that you wanted to be an astronaut.
Yeah, that's up in the air.
Literally?
One of the options.
Sorry, that's a bad joke. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Where did that come from?
I've always liked space, learning about space. I think it's, really cool because you really don't know what's up there. So I've always read about it, been interested in learning a lot about it, and I think, I don't know, looking at everything out there is really cool. If you ever look through a telescope or look through just looking at the stars, I don't know. It's just something that just makes me happy, I guess.
Nice. No, that's fine. That's a great answer. What was dorm life like for you?
Yeah, the dorm life, I really liked it. We were in the new dorms at Central, but a lot of the people in our dorms were the athletes, so I got to meet a lot of other athletes, and then in my dorm freshman year, it was all people on my team, so that was nice. I got to get closer to them. And Presley Hudson, I started living with her, and that's when, I knew her before we got there, but that's when we really started to get close. And she's my best friend now, but will be my best friend for the rest of my life. So it's cool that I can make connections like that and get to know the other athletes in the sports and try to venture out and do that. And then we also had our cafeteria in our dorm, so it was nice we could walk there. And then Central's a pretty small campus, so we could basically walk to any class in like less than 15 minutes. And then our dorms were right across from all the athletic facilities, so we could just walk right across the road, and there's the arena and the football field and the weight room. So everything was, pretty close. So it made things a lot easier, especially freshman year, so you didn't get lost as much. So that was nice.
Speaking of Presley, between the two of you, who is the messiest?
Presley, 100%. 100%.
Right. Okay. Worst scheduling mistake for classes. For example, I took a humanities class on a Friday at 8 a.m.
Oh boy. Friday classes are never fun. I think my first 7 semesters, I want to say, I never had a Friday class. So that was I never knew how much. I mean, they're not terrible, but you'd much rather not have Friday classes. Mm-hmm. But then my last 3, I ended up having a Friday class, and I'm like, what the heck? So, all my teammates are feel like, oh, we have this practice tomorrow. We don't have class, and I'll have class. And it's just, dang, how'd that happen? But sometimes you got to do it. But, Friday classes aren't, 3-day weekends to get some homework through and everything, or just relax. It's what you need. But, stuff happens.
Right. So what was it like to travel with Central Michigan?
Traveling was fun. We went to a lot of cool places in the off season. Coolest place we went was definitely the Bahamas. That was a cool experience going down there, playing the teams we played. But traveling in the MAC, it's fun. I mean, you can make the bus rides fun, but they weren't too terrible. There were a couple that were going to Buffalo on a bus was pretty long, but we ended up flying my senior year, so that was really nice. And Northern Illinois' bus ride can be terrible, but as long as it's not during the week, it's not too bad. It's only bad if you go during the week and you don't get back till 2 a.m. and then you have a 9 a.m. class. So that's when it's tough. But other than that, it's fun to be with your teammates on the road, crack out some homework on the bus, and then just relax in the hotel, get ready for your game. It just becomes routine, so it's something you just get used to.
What was the worst place to play?
Worst place to play? I wouldn't say there's a worse place. Everybody had good gyms, but the hardest gym to play in was definitely Buffalo. They have a multi-purpose gym, so their gym's really big, and they don't pull out all the bleachers for their girls team. So, they'll have their hoop, but they'll be way far away from the wall, and stuff can just throw people off sometimes. But they also have a great fan support at Buffalo, and it's a far travel for our fans. So usually it'd only be my family and then one other person's family in the crowd. So basically the whole crowd's against you. So that was tough, but finally got one win there my senior year. So glad I could do that at least 1 year. So
what would you say was your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go? I'm trying to think of where I usually played. I think Ball State for some reason. I always played good in their gym. Don't know why, but I liked going there. Wasn't too bad of a drive either, so yeah, Ball State, I don't know. Just good energy, I guess.
So it seemed like it was only up from your freshman season. Looking at some of the things that was written about you for your sophomore and junior season. Your sophomore season, 3rd team All-MAC selection. You earned the team's rebounding and community service award. You appeared in all 32 games, making 31 starts and averaged 31.5 minutes a game, which is awesome. Your junior year, your 2nd team All-MAC, seems like you're keeping going up a rung every time. You voted MAC MVP. How was that? That
was really cool. Very unexpected. That was one of the best days of my life. We won the MAC tournament, and it was something we really worked hard for because my sophomore year, we were seeded number 1 and we ended up losing, and that was really tough. So that summer we all knew we had to grind, get better. We didn't lose too many players, and it was just a time where we needed to come together and work on our game together, and we ended up putting all that hard work in. It paid off when it came to March, and on top of that, I had a really good performance during the tournament during those 3 games. So I got recognized as the MVP, but it was cool to share that moment with my teammates, and all of us put in that work. So it was just awesome when that happened.
Yeah, it is. It's always good to hear everybody talk about how good their teammates are, And I would mention some more of your senior season, but you got to blame your sports information director on this one. You don't have anything on your bio about your senior season. Maybe they want you to come back for another one.
Maybe, that'd be nice.
Right. How do you feel that your senior season went?
My senior season was definitely my best season. Definitely, I was confident 100% all year long, and I think that made a big difference. And got to play with one of the best point guards in the country, with Presley Hudson, and then we had a lot of underclassmen who were able to step up and contribute as well. And it was just cool because I got to get really close to them, and I don't know, it was just fun, you know, being able to be one of the best players on the team and one of the best players in the conference to, you know, show everybody that, even because we did lose 2 starters coming into my senior year, and a lot of people were worried. So it was cool to, you know, me and Presley and Jada, she was our other senior, to all be captains and like pull them under our wing and teach everybody like how Central basketball is. And we got to make a difference, and we still ended up winning the conference. So it was a really cool, really good year, and a good year to go out on, a good note to go out on, I guess.
Any fond memories at Central?
Yeah, we went to the Sweet 16 my junior year, so playing there and in Spokane, Washington, that was just a great experience. You know, not a lot of people can say that. Then our first game against Oakland my senior year, that's when we got our Sweet 16 ring, so that moment was really special. And then senior night was definitely one of the best moments, one of the best games. I got to play with the 2 other seniors on the team. They got to both be on the court, all 3 of us together, and then when we came out, there was a standing ovation, and there was I think it was not a record breaking, but that season it was like the most people who came to one of our games. So it was just really cool that we got to see all that support from the people who've supported us the last 4 years, and they all were there to watch us in our last home game. So
speaking of the ring, how legit is that ring? I saw a picture of that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's big and shiny, so it's really nice. It's something cool that I'll have for the rest of my life. So
yeah, not very many people are going to have a ring like that, I tell you what.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, was there any like tradition for your senior season? I know Michigan State, they kiss the Sparty. Is there anything like that you guys do at Central?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So what was it like being a teammate with Presley?
It's great. So I played AAU with Presley, so played with her for 5 years. And I think, you can just tell like how well we play together because we know how each other play. You know, after playing with each other for 5 years, like, you know, like what, like I know if she's going to shoot it, if she's going to drive, like that kind of thing. But it's also playing with Presley, like she has like a great basketball mindset. She came from a basketball family, like her dad's a coach, and she was able to, she sees a lot of things that people don't see. So she can really like tell you like, hey, like do this in the post, like they're guarding you this way. Or she'll just say little things that'll really help you out. And she's a really big leader on the floor. Like she sees the floor very well, and she's a really hard worker. She can get a lot of people in the gym, and people really follow her, want to be as good as her, and they know they need to put in that hard work just like she did. So being able to play with her is great, but she's also my best friend, so being able to watch her grow her 4 years was really cool. You know, she was good as soon as she got here, but she took a lot of steps to become one of the best point guards in the country, and she can shoot the ball, but she can also do a lot of things. She's very unselfish. She'll pass the ball. She has the record for assists, and that doesn't come with being a ball hog. So she just does a lot of good things and wants to do what you need to do to get a win, for sure.
Now, how competitive were you guys?
We didn't really. We're both competitive, but I feel like we didn't even do a ton of things that, like, you know, we'd play one-on-one and stuff, and she probably, I'd say she won more than I did, but she can hit the three from basically anywhere on the floor, so it's tough to guard in one-on-one for sure, but I can hit it in the post. So if her three's not going, I can definitely get a one-on-one. We're definitely both very competitive, but it's good. We make each other a lot better, and you know, we help each other, push each other towards our goals, and, you know, it just really helped everybody out when we were both getting better.
Right, I was going to say your guys' game are 2 different types of games. She seems to be the outside shooter, and obviously you're the inside force.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of her?
Oh, thinking back, she's very quiet if she doesn't know you, so she can be shy, but she's not at all. Trust me. So I remember when I'll tell you the story. I don't know if she'll end up telling you, but when we became like friends, first time we like hung out, we were with our AAU team and everybody was going to see a scary movie. And Presley and I do not like scary movies. So we were both standing in line and we were like, and I think I asked her, I was like, do you like scary movies? And she said no. And I said no too. And I was like, all right, let's just go see something else. So we went and saw Tammy, which is a comedy.
Yep.
And everybody else on the team went to a scary movie, and we went and saw that. So that was the first time we like hung out and connected. And then after that, started playing with each other more. And then we committed to the same school. So then we were roommates, and we were roommates for all 4 years at Central. And it just grew. And yeah.
How about her winning the 3-point contest? How insane was that?
Oh, that was so crazy. I was so happy. I remember watching, and she was missing the first couple shots, and I was like, what the heck, Press? Like, come on. And then they started to go, and then she had to go against the guy, and I knew she'd beat him easily. So I think I sent out a tweet like congratulating her before she even won or something, because I knew she had it in the bag. But it was just cool to see her up there, because people don't really, like, I could see Preston in the gym every single day. I know what she does to get better, to become a good shooter. And a lot of people want to be good shooters, but they don't want to put in that work. And she puts in that work for sure. And she definitely deserved it. And it was just cool to see her hard work pay off, and that she could represent the school and our team and just do what she does. So
nice. On average, how often do you hit the gym?
Every day, yeah. I get a workout in every day. But I work on everything in my game. Try to with the 3. I got the 3. I put that. Well, I could always shoot the 3, but got confident in shooting it this past season, and then work on my ball handling and then post moves. So. What
would you say is your best part of your game?
Oh boy, I think I'm a versatile player. So having a post player who can handle the ball, like bring the ball up the court after they get a rebound, I think that's a big advantage. But I don't know. Rebounding is what I've always been good at. So I would say being the hustle part of my game, because that's not really something you can teach. That's just something that you like have to have a mindset to do. So I would say that, I guess. That's what I appreciate about my game, is I'll dive on the floor, I'll try to get a loose ball, and then I'll go after the rebounds, even if it's like a bigger person. So that's what I like about my game the most, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to teach hustle, and that's one of the things you kind of watch people who go full 100% after a ball, and even if it doesn't matter in like a little pickup game kind of thing, it's interesting to see what kind of person or player that they are. So now, what's next for you?
I am going to Italy to play professionally.
Okay, so you graduate college. Now, obviously, you have to apply for the WNBA draft. Am I correct?
I think so. I think I had to sign something, declare for it, yeah.
Okay. So you declared for the WNBA. Nothing came of it. And then I read somewhere that you guys were going to go to China. You guys are going to Italy?
We went to China for a week to play their national team.
Oh,
but
okay.
This program just got like a couple, like 10 players together to go over there and play the national team, because China wanted a team to like practice against before the Olympics. So they just put together a North American team to go over there for a week.
Okay, so you got to go to China. What was it like in China?
Yeah, China was an experience. There's a lot of different things. For me, is a lot of the girls on the team had already played professionally. Well, all of them did. And so it was my first time playing against like a professional team. So it was cool to get like my feet wet and learn like what I needed to do to be successful at the professional level, what I should work on at the moment. And I got to go to China for free, so that was cool too. I got to see some stuff. We spent like a whole day in Shanghai before our flight left. So, it was just cool to see a different culture, how people live on the other side of the world, and play basketball too. So
nice, very, very nice experience. So, okay, you said now you're going to go play in Italy. When does that start?
So I have to be there August 21st, and playoffs aren't until April, so I'll be there for about 8 months.
Okay, so how did you get hooked up with that?
So I have an agent, and he arranged it. he got an offer from that team, and then he negotiated with it, got my contract all written up, and then made sure it was good, and we talked about it, and then I signed over there.
You're not getting in trouble for talking to me. I guess I should have cleared this with your agent first.
No, you're good. This is an interview. We're good.
All right, just kidding. What are you doing until then?
So I'm still in Mount Pleasant up here training because there's not really great places to train from Reese. So I'm up here training. So I go work out in the morning, and then I also work on a farm. So then I work on a farm most of the day, and then go to bed pretty early because I get pretty tired from all that, and then just get up and do it again. So that's basically the whole summer.
Nice. I was going to say, I meant to say other than baling hay, what are you doing until then? Just to let everyone know while we were ironing out when to get you on, it depended on when you were going to be done baling hay or not. So that's impressive on itself. I've never baled hay in my entire life, but it looks pretty intense and doesn't really something I think I could physically do. But how was it today? It seemed to be pretty hot.
It was hot. It was like mid-80s today, but it wasn't too terrible. I wore some sunscreen today. Needed that for sure, but it wasn't that bad. We did one field, which was it was 4 wagons, so that was like 500 some bales maybe that we did. But it's good. We got it done. I don't think we have any more to bale yet because I don't think anything else is cut. So I think I got a couple days that I could do other stuff. So that's good.
Nice. Definitely going to be a difference from going from baling hay to living in Italy. It's going to be rough, sounds like.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Where in Italy are you going to be playing?
So my team's in Costa Messinaga, and that's in northern Italy, which is right by like Lake Como and Milan up there.
Okay, nice. Well, good luck with that. Now it's time for the fun segment of the show. It's a chance to get to know the other side of Renya Frost. Now, is there any special talents that you have that most people don't know you possess?
Oh, I mean, I work on the farm. Is that a talent? I can drive a tractor.
Drive a tractor? I can't. I cannot drive a tractor. Is it manual?
Oh, yeah, it's manual. Yeah, it's got different gears and stuff now.
Yeah, that's definitely a talent that I know I don't have. I can't drive a manual car, let alone a tractor.
It's not too bad. It goes slow.
Right. All right. Anything else that you might have that people don't know that you have?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, that's again driving a tractor. Not to sound sexist, but not a whole lot of women know how to drive a tractor, so that's actually a pretty good talent. So, okay.
Thank you.
If they made a movie about you, who would star in it?
Who would star in it? I hope Kareem would come. That'd be cool.
Right.
He'd be in it for me.
Right.
I don't know who would play me. I don't really know a lot of actresses or actors' names, but I don't know. I just want a bunch of basketball players to be in it. It's like Maya Moore could come, and Dennis Rodman, and all those people just come and be in the movie. That'd just be great, because then I could just meet them all, and we could go out to dinner. It'd just be great.
Do you want Dennis Rodman before he went crazy, or do you want Dennis Rodman now?
I mean, before he went crazy would be cool, but I'd still like to meet him. Maybe, the Pistons Dennis Rodman would be cool.
There we go. Big fan of the Bad Boys, I take it?
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
All right, if you could go back in time and observe any event in history without changing the outcome, what would it be?
Observe any event in history. Wow, these are tough questions. Okay, so observe any event in history.
Well, you're a huge astronaut. Would you want to go, like, maybe be the first person?
Oh, that would be so cool. Yes. Go observe the moon landing. Oh, my gosh. First moon landing. Be right by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. That'd be so cool.
Now, you're not one of those conspiracy theorists who thinks that it didn't exist.
No, that makes me so mad when people say that. Oh, I've argued with so many people about that.
Have you gotten into the realm of the Earth is flat?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, that makes me mad too. That's actually been happening so much lately. And I've read so much about that, and it just makes me so mad. I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, where are you guys getting these facts from?
Right. You got to love the internet for that one.
Yeah.
All right. If you can meet any celebrity, who would it be?
I mean, is Kareem a celebrity? It'd have to be Kareem.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Have you not met him yet?
No, I haven't met him. I have a ball that's autographed by him, but I've never met him. So one of my old coaches met him, and I saw her post a picture of him with him, and I got so upset. And I just want to meet him. That's all I want. So
right.
It hasn't happened yet.
Right. First celebrity crush?
I'm going to say Cole Sprouse, because that's what I'm thinking of right now. I don't know why.
Cole Sprouse. That's one of the twins from Big Daddy, or what is it? Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
Yeah.
Is it sad that I know that?
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, too. And now he plays on Riverdale.
Okay. Is that where you're getting the crush from, or was that?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, when I was younger, I guess he was cute, too, but I don't know. I was watching Riverdale today, so maybe that's just why I'm thinking of him. But
okay.
That's just...
Is there any songs on your playlist that you might be embarrassed if I looked at it?
Embarrassed?
Usually they're
Which playlist? My basketball playlist?
Any playlist. I'm cruising down the road listening to this, and I'm just going to start singing with it, and kind of a guilty pleasure kind of thing.
I have some old Hannah Montana songs.
Nice.
Some people might find that embarrassing, but I don't. I'll own up to it. I think they're good songs.
Right. Stuff you can sing to.
But I listen to every genre, so I don't even know.
I think I kind of watched the show growing up too. I was already grown watching it, but yeah, it's different for me to say that having Hannah Montana on my playlist. But as far as you, I can understand that. But is there any movies or TV shows that you watch? You mentioned Riverdale. Is there any other things that you binge watch?
Yeah, my favorite TV show is The Big Bang Theory, but I also love The Flash and The Office. I'm watching All American right now. Favorite movie is probably Wonder Woman.
Okay. So you're a DC fan and not a Marvel fan?
Yes. I'm more of a DC fan than a Marvel fan. I do like Marvel movies, so.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, going back to your basketball playlist, do you have a specific pregame playlist that you use to pump you up?
Sometimes. Where's my playlist? It's called Ball Out, and it has the devil emoji. And a lot of these songs I don't even listen to anymore, but they're from the season. So I would listen. I think I made this playlist we were in Miami when I made it, in Miami, Florida. So I think it was December maybe I made it, and I think I listened to it for the rest of the season. So, and I added songs throughout the season, but good 3 or 4 months I listened to it.
Nice. Now, do you have any weird pregame rituals or routines?
Not really. I got rid of my routine, my rituals, the things I used to do, because I used to be what they called superstitious, but I was like, that's so dumb. Why am I doing this every day? So I kind of just went out and played, but I tuck in my shoelaces. I still do that. That's about the only thing that I did. I didn't wear my warm-up jersey until we started doing stuff as a team, but I think that's mostly just because it was really hot. So, but that's about it.
Tucking in your shoelaces, that's just getting rid of a trip hazard.
I know. I don't know why more people don't do it.
I know. That's one of the things I
don't think my shoes ever came untied.
There you go. That's funny. My shoes get untied all the time, and it gets annoying because it's so hard to bend down and
tuck them in.
There you go. Yeah, there we go. And learn something new. I guess you didn't tape them or anything like that. You just tucked them in.
Yeah, I just tucked them into the other laces.
There you go. What size shoe do you wear?
12.
Okay. Not too bad. You're what, 6 foot? Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Gatorade or Powerade?
Oh, Gatorade.
Any specific flavor?
Blue raspberry cherry.
Okay.
My favorite.
Do you prefer wearing?
Now think about it, that might be a Powerade flavor. I don't even know.
Right. Did your athletic trainer provide all the Gatorade for you guys, so that you just drank whatever they gave you?
They didn't provide that flavor, but we got Gatorade at games, I think. But most of it was water. But that's a flavor I get from Walmart.
Okay.
A Gatorade. I think the blue raspberry cherry is Powerade, but a Gatorade one is Riptide Crush or Rush or something. It's purple. That one's really good too.
Yeah. Everybody likes the purple. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So, high socks or low socks?
In between.
Mid?
That's what I used to like. Yeah, it's like it's not ankle, but it's a little bit higher. That's what I like now. I like pull my socks down a little bit now, but that's because I don't wear my ankle braces anymore. I think so they're a little bit lower, but I used to wear them just pulled up like normal basketball socks. But
right,
I changed. I'm a changed person.
There you go. Now you're a huge Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan. I noticed one of your pictures you're wearing glasses. Now, do you wear glasses when you play basketball, or did you get out the rec specs?
I used to have goggles up until 8th grade, I think, but then started wearing contacts because my goggles, when I'd like get hit in the face with a ball or something or get hit, the goggles would like hit into my face and then I'd have like bruises. Then I got contacts, so now I wear those.
Okay. Do you feel like you still play better with contacts than you did with your goggles?
I mean, I'd hope so because when I played with goggles, I was only in 8th grade, so I hope I'm better.
Oh, looking at it that way, yeah. Sorry, I just noticed when I went from wearing glasses to contacts, I hit the baseball a lot better. So it's definitely something to think about. Okay, if you could have one job the rest of your life, what would it be?
Play professional basketball, probably.
There you go.
But I don't know if my body could do that.
Right. Looking forward to going to Italy.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be beautiful, and I can play basketball. It's just gonna be great.
Right. All right, Nike or Adidas?
Oh my gosh.
I know Central's an Adidas school, so.
They are Adidas. I mean, I would say Nike just because Nike has like a bigger selection.
Right. Okay. What sport do you wish you could be good at?
Probably, I don't know, softball maybe, just because my sisters both love softball and my dad's a big baseball fan, and I'm just, I don't really know that much about it. Just, I know the basics.
Favorite sports movie?
Probably Remember the Titans. It's a good one.
That is a good one. Usually everybody says like Benchwarmers or had a lot of Field of Dreams, stuff like that. But yeah, that's a good one too. Anything special that you collect?
I mean, I used to collect quarters, but they're not really organized. But I have all the states.
Okay.
So I don't really know what else to collect about those.
What's your most prized possession?
I have a stuffed animal. His name's Jace. He's a bunny. He has like a little basketball on him. Got him in 8th grade. He's right by me right now.
That's cool. You guys have any family traditions?
Not really. I mean, we have Thanksgiving and Christmas together, but we don't really do anything really. Like, we just eat together. We're busy. There's too many of us doing too many things. So. Okay,
what's your favorite meal to cook when you cook for yourself?
Spaghetti.
Easy. Out of the can, or do you just make it yourself?
Just make it myself.
Okay.
Boil it, get some sauce.
You're preparing yourself for Italy then, I take it, with all the pasta that you might be eating?
I'm going to have to watch myself.
Finally, this is my favorite part of the show. It's the last. We're going to wrap it up with this. Normally, I'd be asking you questions about famous people named Reyna, but since it's such a unique name, I'm going to do it a little different and go a different direction. Usually when this happens, I ask people about like their college that they went to, but since we both have an admiration for Kareem, I'm going to ask you some questions about Kareem. Are you ready for this?
Oh my gosh, no.
I'm going to see how well they're really, I think they're real simple. I mean, all right. Number 1, how well do you know Kareem? What was his given birth name?
It's Ferdinand. Can I just say that? It's like 3 names. Ferdinand. Starts with an A is his last name. Alcindor, something like that.
I have.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're close. It was Lou Alcindor. I didn't know the Francis, so I'm giving you a pass because I forgot the Francis part. But yeah, it's Lou Alcindor.
Yeah.
All right, 1 for 1. All right, number 2. What college did he attend?
He went to. Oh, he's in California, UCLA.
There we go. Yep. 2 for 2. Number 3. How many NCAA titles he win?
NCAA?
Yep.
I'm gonna guess. Well, he played all 4 years there, didn't he?
Well, technically he played 3 years because as a freshman there was the rule that you couldn't play as a freshman, so he played 3 years.
Oh, I'll just say 3. He has to have 3.
There we go. Yep. exactly 3. Yeah, I think they won like 6 or 7 in a row, and starting with I think before him. But had he been a freshman on the team, I'm sure they probably would have won then too. So that's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's definitely a rule that I think they had a rule about him dunking too. They outlawed the dunk because of him. I don't know if you know that. Just a little.
That was when it was him. That's crazy.
Yep. But obviously they brought it back. But yeah, they outlawed the dunk because of him. So 3 for 3. Okay, number 4. Number 4. You're getting there. What team drafted him?
The Bucks. He played with the Bucks before.
Yep. The Milwaukee Bucks and got traded to Los Angeles. Yep. Good. All right. 4 for 4. This one's going to be a little bit outside of his playing career. Number 5. He played Roger Murdoch in this film. Name the movie.
Oh, yeah. That one I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even have an answer for that one.
It was a movie about an airplane.
An airplane?
Yep.
Well, the airplane movie I think of right now is Pearl Harbor, and I know he wasn't in that, so...
The movie was called Airplane.
Oh, well, that's embarrassing.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, he played before that, he played in one of Bruce Lee's movie. He played like this big, huge kung fu guy, and I can't remember what the name is.
I've seen that movie.
Yep, I can't remember what movie that is right offhand. But yeah, so 4 for 5, not bad. Again, Airplane was way before both of our times, actually. So I was just seeing how well you knew Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a big, again, huge fan of mine as well.
Did you know that one?
Yeah, I did. Well, I mean, I knew it before. There's a couple of things I had to look up as far as like how many NCAA titles he won, but yeah, I knew that before going into it. So I like to ask questions that I know before.
Beat you.
Yeah, you probably would have beat me. So, yep, I would have gotten. Well, we'd have been tied, I guess, because you got 4 out of 5 and I would have gotten 4 out of 5. So, other than that, again, like I said, some weeks are better than others. That's it. Well, good luck in Italy. Is there any way we can follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, for sure. And then, are you going to post a podcast? Because I'm sure like my parents want to listen to it.
Oh yeah, I'll as soon as I get it done, I'll tweet you, let you know that it's out there, and then we can go from there. So where can we follow you on Twitter?
My handle is just Frost Reyna. Just my last name and my first name.
There you go. Awesome. Thanks again for being part of my show. It has been a blast. And like I said, good luck in Italy. I'm definitely going to start following you. It's one of the things that I've noticed that every time I have a podcast with somebody, I become a bigger fan of that person. So you're getting to move on to Italy. So I'm sure I'm going to be able to stalk you from there. So good luck in Italy, and thank you for being part of the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Well, have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
All right, that's number 19 in the books. Thanks again to Renya Frost for joining me in the Baird Cave. It was awesome to have her be part of my show. Hey, can you think of someone else that might be a good fit? Please let me know. Please subscribe, follow, share, all those fun things. You can check out previous episodes too. You can find the Baird Necessities on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. Oh yeah, and now YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at the Baird NEC. And please send me some email. Is there anything I'm missing? Correct something. Maybe I was wrong about something. I always love to be corrected, just like every man out there does. So drop me an email at thebairdnec@gmail.com. Tell your friends, let's get this going. I've reached over 1,100 downloads, so let's keep getting going. Let's keep pushing it. Let's go. All right. Hey, again, tell all your friends, tell your enemies, tell anybody. Tell your grandma. If she's bored and wants to listen to a podcast, let me know. Join me next week. Same Baird time, same Baird channel. It's Coach Baird, and you've been listening to the Baird Necessities. Good night.